If you chose the left picture, this is going to be your reading on secrets that can help your manifestations come in faster. Now, I was looking for a song, shuffling through a song, and Spirit said pick Jackie Brown by Brent Faiyaz. So I'm feeling like you feel like your manifestations have been taking a long time. Like it could have been months or it could have been like it's years, but girl, it's only been days. Because if your manifestation is not happening, you're not manifesting it. I really hope that makes sense. If it's like you've been affirming for years and nothing has happened, or you've been visualizing for years and it hasn't came, then it's either because you're not persisting, or maybe it's not meant to happen. I just heard like that thing specifically is not for you. But anyway, let's talk about. But yeah, anyway, the reason I'm saying that is because the definition of manifesting something is to realize it, like to realize it is happening. So until it is perceived in your reality, it's not a manifestation. It's just you trying to do something. You cannot try to have something. You either have it or you don't. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, secrets to having your manifestations come in faster. So you have Chiron, wounded healer. Chiron deals with pain, wounds, and helps you be an example in healing. So you should look at your Chiron placement. Also find out maybe how you can help others, because I know for me, when I teach others, even if it's something that I'm like new at or I'm just learning it, when I like learn it in a way where I know I'm going to teach it to others, because that's literally what I do, it helps me understand it better. So maybe take that approach. Whatever it is you're trying to do, learn it in a way, or like receive it in a way where you can see yourself helping other people with it once you accomplish it, like once you figure it out. And I feel like that will help you either retain it better or like, you know. So what's the next step? I'm hearing branch out, but I'm also hearing like write out your next steps. I have a manifest planner. If you would like to check this out, it's going to be in the script. So figure out what your next step is. You might be also repeating something. I feel like you're repeating something over and over, like one thing that you feel like is supposed to get you somewhere, but there's another thing that you're supposed to be doing after the thing you're doing now. Okay, so let's say you're just affirming. Your next step is visualizing. Like it's time for you to move to the next step of the process, versus like, you know, or if you're visualizing and you're consistently visualizing, you're not seeing your manifestation come in, it's time for you to take some type of action. Like it's time for you to take the next step. So you have March. Something could have happened in March. You could be related to someone who was born in March. I'm also hearing March towards it. So like how I was saying, you need to take the next step. I'm feeling like also March towards that next step. Talented. Use your talents, gifts, and abilities. Could also help you bring something in. I just heard drive. So maybe you need drive to express your talents, and or some talent you have is going to give you the drive to make something happen. You have Mercury. Check your Mercury placements. Mercury is the planet of mentality, communication. Your siblings. So maybe your siblings have some type of insight or idea that can help you travel. So you could go on a short trip. Mercury is like short travel, whereas those Sagittarius in the 9th house is long-term travel. So just like travel to a different part of your city you've never been to, or like visit the next town over, and something will come of that. Agility skill, your sensory perception, learning, where you go to talk, and your technological communication. So I'm hearing something could be coming through a phone, like a cell phone, like a phone call, or like etc. I'm also hearing to use your manifestations, use technology for your manifestation. So like if you're listening to music on your phone, or if you're like using your notes app, using your audio record app, using your camera, something that has to do with your phone. This could also have to do with your talent. Not that girl/guy. So I literally just heard, like I was saying, the thing could possibly just literally not be for you. Like you're trying to make something happen that is not to say it's not supposed to happen, but it's more so like there could be something better, or it's like you're settling for less. You deserve more. Yes, but shouldn't. Once again, I just literally keep saying it and the cards keep coming out. So the card says yes, but shouldn't. Like, yes, you could have this thing, but you shouldn't be settling for that. I'm giving the example of a car. Like, if it's like you want to manifest a certain type of car, you want a Benz, but you're manifesting just a little Honda because you feel like you just need a car. Like, no, you need to manifest the thing that you actually want. Gotta hand it to you. I don't know what that means yet. Did you even, it's taking me back to how I was saying about like putting effort into your manifestations, or say like you're affirming but you're only doing it like once a day and the rest of the day you have a bad mindset, like that's not going to work. So did you even really say your affirmations for the day if after you say them you start doubting them? Did you even really visualize the money in your bank account if a couple minutes later you're complaining about some type of expense that you have or something that you have to spend money on? Like, did you even really do the concept of manifesting? You have pocket watching, so look out for people that's in your pockets that's worried about how much money you have, or that want to know anything about your finances. If it's not your bank or someone that you share an account with, they don't need to be in your business. I'm gonna lie to everybody. I'm gonna say I don't have any money. Like, I ain't got it. Don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me about it, because I'm out of business. And if I do tell somebody how much money I have, it's because I'm teaching them. Like I said, like I'm teaching them or giving them advice on something. I'm not, Anyway, so September, you could be connected to a Virgo. Something could also happen in September. I feel like this upcoming September, but something could also happen last September. I was going to say influence, so you could be influenced by a Virgo, but I was going to say heavy on the Virgo. So there could definitely be a Virgo or an earth sign involved. You also have the 12th house, so you want to pull resources from other places. The 12th house is also Pisces. It has a lot to do with like Neptunian things, visuals, pictures, movies. So maybe look into, I have this app, it's called 5 Minutes Subliminal Board or something like that, where you're like basically looking at pictures, or like it helps you visualize your manifestations better. So you could also be into music, once again, making music, writing music. Like if you're an artist, writing music, listening to music that inspires you to the place in life where you want to be. I just heard rather than listening to music that maybe does not encourage you, it makes you feel sad. Like, don't listen to people's struggle, grow up stories in their music. Like, respectfully, I used to listen to all that stuff too, but like there are certain artists that just will not get you in the mood to manifest the things you want to manifest. So make sure you're, at least if you're going to have a good balance, and don't personally attach to anyone else's art to the point where you feel like it's impacting you so much that it's affecting how you manifest, or it's like affecting the things that come into your life. So you have the Fool card, the Moon. 12th house and the Moon make me feel like this could also be related to your mother figure. The 4 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. It's time to invest in yourself. Figure out if you're a business owner or like someone who teaches, mentors, coaches, does something like that. Make sure you're finding your target audience. Look for people who are in a space, like I said, you are being the teacher. Look at yourself as the teacher, even if you don't intend to like teach someone on a level where it's like sit down in the class, put out a course, put out a book, like. But if you look at a subject while you're learning it as the student, and then like I said, as a teacher, you're gonna be, because most times I feel like when you learn something, especially if you're watching this, you're obviously on some type of spiritual journey. You have to be. So I feel like naturally when we learn things, we be wanting to go tell people. So like if you approach it from a way of like, oh, I learned this and now I can show somebody, even if it's not like I said deep teaching, it helps you retain it better. So I really hope this makes sense. That's what I got. Part 1, how to, or like secrets of how to make your manifestation come in faster. Some of these things I feel like I'm hearing are gonna click later. So like the things I was saying about like the Virgo and the Chiron placement and the Mercury placement, some of these things are gonna click later. So like watch this video, go look at the placements I told you to look at, and then come back and watch this again, and it's like it's gonna click for somebody. I'm hearing that. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Love you. Bye. Part 2, if you chose the second picture to the right. Okay, this is gonna be your reading for secrets. How can you have your manifestation come in faster, or like literally right now? Okay, so the first card you have is 4th house. The affirmation for 4th house is I nurture my inner world. 4th house is the house of home, parents, your roots, your inner security, your family, your self-care, your emotions, foundations, your mother, how you connect to women, children, and femininity, your private life, property, and the past, like your past, your ancestors, etc. So that was a lot, but all of those things, connecting to those things, could help your manifestations come in faster. I'm especially hearing your ancestors. So I'm getting a little tongue-tied. I'm especially hearing your ancestors, so connect to your lineage, your family lineage, maybe like the country that you're from, if you're not like from that country already. Like what's it, I'm hearing about that 23andMe, like DNA test, like get one of those and see where your roots are from, and this could help with your manifestations, as well as your inner security. Knowing who you are, knowing where you come from, will give you more of a sense of confidence and security in yourself, to where as though you will feel worthy of certain manifestations. So then you have find your peace. I think that one was on here as well. No, like your self care, your emotions, your peace. So like I'm feeling like this power, you really just need to relax. Whereas the power one was like more so they need to take action and like do something, like take a step, take a next step. This power I feel like is more so like chill out and relax and just trust that everything is working out in your favor. You also have Jupiter. Look at your Jupiter placement. Jupiter rules optimism, luck, expansiveness, success, philosophy, education, opportunity, finances, wealth, health, justice. So yeah, did I say expansion? I did say expansion. So maybe be more optimistic, positive. See yourself as lucky. See yourself as successful. Feeling like go learn something. Like not in a way. Jupiter does kind of have to do with higher education, but I'm feeling like there's just a little bit of knowledge that you need, like just something that is going to unlock something within you, because like I said, your message is more so along the lines of like just relaxing and like letting things flow into you. There is some piece of information that is going to unlock something for you, and I don't know if it's going to be like, it feels like insight, maybe like something you're going to be told that's going to click, make something click for you, but it doesn't feel like something you're going to be told and then you're going to go do something. It could be, because I think Jupiter has to do with inspiration as well, so it could be more so like an inspired action sort of thing versus like a practical, you need to plan it out, you need to know the steps, you need to game plan it, but more so like you're going to get inspired to like take a walk, and then you're going to see something that gives you the insight that you need. Not with that sleeping on you. So honestly, if your manifestation has to do with like other people or like how they react to you or how they interact with you, people could literally be sleeping on you right now. I'm hearing some people, if you're manifesting like an SP, you're manifesting like a job where they need to, like it would take their part as well to come through. You apply, they have to hire you, or you interview, they have to hire you. Like that's the next step for them. They're the person, like, or like, or even like I'm hearing like a dealership, like if you go put in for a car or whatever, however that works, then they have to do the next step. Like the next step is not on you right now. The thing that you need to do is just relax and trust that everything is working out for you. We have Cancer. Cancer is a cardinal sign of the degrees 4, 16, and 28. Those numbers could be significant to you. I just heard somebody could be born on one of those days, like the 4th, 16th, or 28th. This could also have to do, once again, with your mother figure, your maternal figure, how you feel internally, or with your lineage, how you feel like worthy of manifestations, okay? So, yes. What's it worth? So like, what is this manifestation worth to you? Like, is it something that you're like, can't live without it, gotta have it, need it? Or is it just like, I want this, but if something better came, I would take it? Or like, I really don't want this, but I'm going to take it just because, like, you know, whatever. So I think you should establish that or figure that out. You have June, so you could be born in the month of June. You could be a Gemini and or Cancer. You could also be connected heavily to someone with those signs. We also have August, so what is that? Leo and Virgo, I believe. You could be one of those signs. You could be connected to someone that has those signs. You could also have something that's going to happen this upcoming August. I believe it is still June, so something could be happening this month for you. I'm also hearing something could have happened last August that is significant in this, like, why you're feeling this way, or like, you know. You have the 11th house. Affirmation for the 11th house: I aspire to contribute to society. The 11th house naturally holds Aquarius. And when I was putting out June and thinking about Gemini, I did also think about Aquarius, maybe air signs and significance. The 11th house is the house of friends, social groups, goals, aspirations, social awareness, humanitarianism, technology, hopes and wishes of the future, and your alliances. So working with these things as well. If you have any like colleagues, like the collective, it also rules like groups of people coming together, but more so like big groups of people, not just like you and a coworker. Well, it could be you and a coworker, like you and a coworker, you and a friend, you and a group of friends, you and a collective. So like I said, this manifestation that you're like wanting to come in faster is reliant on someone else taking an action. You've already done your part, and now this person just needs to do it. But for you to prompt this person, like to prompt them And I don't mean prompt them in a 3D sense, like tell them to do something. But for you to prompt the universe, to prompt them to move faster, you have to feel accepting or like worthy of the thing. Okay, so you literally have to be worthy of the thing or feel worthy of the thing. I'm thinking of an example where one of my Facebook friends was posting about her being able to get a car despite her credit. And it's like, if you're going to a dealership and you're applying for a car or like a house or something and you know you have bad credit, don't be sitting here thinking like, oh, I'm not going to get it because I have bad credit. Because now you're sending out those vibes into the universe where the person who needs to approve you is also thinking like, do they deserve this because they got bad credit? Like, do I even want to give them a chance? But if you find that peace and worthiness within yourself where you're not tripping about it because you know that the universe is going to come through for you, then they're naturally like the just transmitted signal girl is going to flow out to them, and they're going to be like, you know what, I think I will. So yeah, it's more so about your inner worthiness, but you don't need to take action. I said that 3 times. Okay. So you also have Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is the planet of interpreting, good luck, blessings, serpents, like serpent spirit, Kundalini, doctors of medicine, being poetic, inventive, a seeker, and an overseer. So this could also have to do with your ability to invent things, to put things out. This does kind of give me like Uranus energy, especially with how I was thinking about Aquarius, and then the 11th house energy. So maybe amongst you and your colleagues, or you in like a group of people or a collective, you're seen as this person, someone who is an interpreter and a doctor of medicine, poetic and inventive, etc., etc. So this could also have to be, not be, have to do with your worthiness of feeling like you can lead people or like give to a collective. I feel like now I want to tell you to go watch Pile 1. You can if you want. I feel like there's going to be like a before and after message. So like Pile 1 is kind of like the before, and then Pile 2 is like the like aftermath of Pile 1, or like the next step from Pile 1. I don't know. Okay, you can watch it if you want. Do you really want that? I don't know if I have 2 of these cards because I already put Pile 1 cards back, and it was something similar, like to do you really want this, or like is this thing really which one? Maybe I just have 2 cards that say that, but think about, is the thing that you're trying to manifest something that you're interested in, something that you actually want to do, or would you like, is it something that I don't know if it was the spot or the first one where I was talking about like the certain kind of car that you manifest, like do you really want the Honda, or are you just accepting it because you feel like that's what you can get? Like I was saying the example about the credit, like you don't have the credit to get a $80,000 car, but that's the car that you want. So why are you settling for the $30,000 car if you know you want a different one? Like regardless of any other thing, do you feel worthy of the thing that is more like in the league of which one? Because you don't have to settle. It's just, are you doing it because you only feel worthy of less? So then we have respect the pouch. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean in this context. Yeah, okay, so your tarot cards, you have the 4 of Pentacles. Like I said, you're holding back on yourself. You're accepting less because you don't feel like someone will give you more. Like, if even I'm hearing in the sense of a relationship, like you're accepting a partner that doesn't treat you how you want to be treated simply because you don't feel like you're worthy of a partner that does. And this has to do with your ego. This has to do with how you feel about yourself. This has to do with how your parents treat you. This has to do with your ancestors and your lineage. How were they treated? That's why I said look into your bloodline, because if you have ancestors that were not treated fairly, that could have manifested itself into your bloodline. So until you like deal with that within yourself, not saying you have to do all that stuff, you can, but until you deal with that within yourself, you're naturally going to feel that way as well. So it's really just a thing. Make yourself feel more worthy, start to feel more deserving, and then you pass that on to your kids, and then now your lineage is good.